Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. You've got your favorite investors here, Bert and Lanny, guys. Welcome back to a Thursday rendition. We're going to do another big update on a big stock that pays $0 in dividends in my portfolio. Kind of walking a little tight wire if you were watching a video from last week. And let's just say at the time of recording this video, still own the shares, but maybe by the time it comes out, I'll be in the same position of riding the tight wire.
Smash that subscribe button, everybody. Give this video a thumbs up. Holler at your boys, the mother effing diplomats. Let's freaking go. Let's talk some stocks here.
We are here, guys. So this is another update on Intel stock, guys. Ticker symbol is INTC. About a little bit over a week ago, we came out with the video because we had some covered calls on Intel. I had mine at $30 a share, with an expiration of September 19th, and they traded just under an expired worthless, which made me laugh so hard.
If you recall in that video where we talked about it, where we recorded it, we said you don't know what Mr. Market's going to bring on Friday. What's surprising to happen? There is a chance it could drop down below that $30 per share. And sometimes, in this instance, thank God it did, Lanny, because of that, what were you able to do with your options?
Well, I was also then able on that Monday, guys, write another option for that Friday, aka this last Friday, September 26th, for a $35 Intel covered call, guys. Because I'm like, all right, traded just below 30. Maybe we'll see another 25% banger in Intel stock, guys, this week. But hey, it was a huge premium I got for it. I didn't think they were going to hit $35 a share.
No.
Now, keep in mind, guys, Intel, first off, they received, almost $9 to $10 billion from the U.S. government. And then what drove the stock up 23+% the week prior to this week was Nvidia's commitment to acquire about $5 billion of Intel. And Bert, there was some bunch of news being teased at the end of the week that Intel is searching right now for even more capital, even more of an investment. And who are they looking for?
Apple, to sit there and support Apple and their chip making endeavor. And this one was interesting because the first two came with firm dollar amount commitments, like you said. The U.S. government had a certain amount of money that was going into it. Nvidia pledged $5 billion, as you said. You didn't really have that from Apple, though. Intel was seeking out this investment. And just from the act of them looking out to it more, it helped show that value proposition they were trying to deliver people of using Intel to build chips domestically and grow the company. So I think that's what was the interesting thing, and that's what sent them above $35. The question is, though, Lanny, they are above $35, though, and you said your strike price was at $35. So why are we still talking about this?
So we're still talking about this because at about 3:15, I was like, you know what? Let me roll the covered call. Let me take my $35 option that was set to expire. Maybe it was 2:30, but you probably still have the text when I was trying to give you a ring or give you a text.
No, it was right before 3.
So right before 3.
It was like minutes right before 3 because I was in and out of meetings. And I digress.
So essentially, I was like, you know what? I'm going to roll my covered call. When you do that, you have to, you're buying yours to close it, and you're selling another covered call for another week. So I actually closed out the $35 covered call that was supposed to expire at 4 o'clock that day. And I actually rolled, aka, sold another covered call that expires tomorrow at the time of this video, October 3rd, at $37 per share. Because I was like, you know what, there could be still some momentum here. And I love generating premiums, generated just about $33 net of both. So $33 additional premiums came my way from the covered call moves being made. Because Bert, a lot's happened in the last week. We went from, only $3,200 in market value on my Intel position to what did it already balloon up to?
it already ballooned up another $600 here. So the market value jumped from 32.10 to 38.13. So it's been a wild, absolutely wild ride for Intel.
Oh yeah, and then not only that, but at the last video, again, we filmed it on September 18th. I was in an unrealized loss of about
Yeah.
461 bucks. And based on just what my account shows, it says I'm in a $71 net
Jeez.
unrealized gain now on this position.
Fantastic. So you're going from swinging a loss to a very small gain, which is where you want it to be if you're going to do this. You're not going to have too much of a tax impact one way or the other.
And guys, just I know the math isn't mathing. If you just did the quick calc swing, because you're like, oh, that's only like 530, 540 bucks. It might be with some of the partial, some of the other minor shares that I didn't include in the last analysis.
Yeah, Lanny basically says he doesn't care. If the math is a
Immaterial.
math thing, yeah, it's fine. The idea is the same here. This would be huge for you because right now there are no dividends that you're getting from this. The only income that you're getting from Intel is what you're able to generate from those from those stock options you're writing, those covered calls that you're writing. And you mentioned before, I think it was last week, you were about $60 of
Yeah,
income.
just under 60 at about a yield of, I think, what, just around 2% or less than 2%.
Yeah, so I mean, rolling the stock option and then taking a much lower premium with it, where the odds of it right now are you're going to hit 37 or higher in the market's eyes versus say going for like 40, another $5. You're able to capture that very large premium on the option because you weren't necessarily getting greedy with the strike price that you were looking for.
Yeah, so now it's ballooned up to almost $97 in option premiums now, just within a week. So now I'm at a yield on the current market value of about 2.53% this year, just from option income alone.
Right. So I mean that's obviously huge with Intel. It's absolutely massive.
Yeah. Now here's the thing though, with an extra 600 bucks,
Yeah.
if this position was a sign, I said, you know what, just take it at 37,
Hmm.
which we'll have to see. Because sometimes, buying an option at close and writing a new one might be just too expensive or too rich for me. If it were to just to get assigned, again, I was going to break it out through the four ETFs, the VYM, the VOO, the VIG, and the SCHD, and invest all 38 plus $100 from Intel and generate almost an extra 86 to $87 in forward passive income.
Wow. So there we have it. This is going to be a huge week for Intel. And we're going to know tomorrow, by the time you're watching this, what's going to play out. Is the stock going to continue to remain hot? Is there going to be another mystery company that Intel is trying to get an investment from?
Give
Uh,
me your money.
yeah. Are they going to get investment from every company in the world that's going to send Intel stock price even higher? Or on the flip side, it's going to fizzle a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't even mention that the fact that, right with the US government, they also got $2 billion from Softbank. So you're already talking that they're like on $16 billion of capital being infused right now. So we'll really have to see if Apple gives them a dime this week or if they have plans to, or maybe, yeah, like you said, is there another suitor? Because I heard a few other names that haven't been mentioned as much as Apple, but I have seen some other names as well.
Gotta love it. Intel, the dramatic Intel, source of all the rumors right now. There,
Yeah, and
oh,
they maybe
someone's gonna take them to the ball.
yeah,
That's
yeah, maybe at some point they'll finish building that Ohio plant. No, I'm just
they're
kidding, guys.
never they're never gonna finish the Ohio plant. They just paved a lot of land in Columbus for somebody.
Oh my gosh, guys. So what would you do here, guys, sitting on your Intel stock position, seeing it go up 20%, 25% week after week over the last few weeks because of the big dollars from the big institutions, including the country of the United States, investing into this semiconductor here, guys? What are you doing with your Intel stock? Leave us a comment below.
If you haven't already, everybody, subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. And Lanny, what do we need to tell the diplomaniacs out there?
Listen up, you jabronis. You dividend maniacs, you're either with us or you're against us, Jack. That was Bert and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.